Oh my god.
I'm crashing the party,
Oh my
babe.
gosh. Adam.
I don't know how this is going to record or if it's going to impact things.
Yeah.
Well,
How'd you even get in here?
I have. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm here. I'm wearing a tank top because you're also in the South, Abby. It is hot.
It's so hot. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you're all gonna see my shoulders. You're all gonna have to deal with it. But yeah. You guys were talking about the Don't Nod situation, and yeah.
By the way, this is the first time you two have ever spoken on
It's literally not
on
screen.
here. Yeah, we talk behind your back all the time.
Yeah,
Of course we do. Of course you do. I know that already. I was like, I feed you like different information. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not what you said to him and what you said to her. I'm like, okay, I get it. No, welcome though. Thank you for joining us. I was going to invite you, but I thought you might be angry with people after work, so I was like, I'll leave you to it. So
angry with people, like, yeah, no, well, yes, I'm always angry. Like, that's my specialty. Like, that's what I do. I just get angry at people. No, I did want to jump on because we're talking about this donut situation. Everybody's blaming the sales and all that, and I want to offer another perspective to kind of go off of this. And Abby, you work with a lot of corporate. I work with a lot of restaurants. Adnan, you do something or whatever. Whatever. You do something. Yeah, you do something. It's all a mystery to us, what you do. The global economy is like not there right now.
No.
Right. Right now, I actually had to change jobs. So I just got, by the way, Adnan, I got the job. I got another.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, not the place that I told you, but a different job. Yeah. No. So job. It's cooking. But what I'm trying to say is that I had to change jobs because the last job I was at, they were losing money because sales are dropping so drastically, even at a restaurant. In North Dakota, I had a restaurant shut down because of poor sales. Abby, you can probably speak on this, like on your side of work, but like not specifically. I'm not asking.
So
yeah, well, that's what I mean, though. Like, I also want to offer the perspective that maybe, like, yes, sales are down because Don't Nod puts out indie games like Korra, and it didn't really go as planned, right? But I also do think that the perspective that the global economy, as it stands right now, is destroying a lot of businesses.
Well, it's funny because I think it was early in the conversation, Abby mentioned about people getting older and not having time to play games and stuff. The cost of living is egregious as well. So it's like people don't want to spend money on a game as well, like of all things as well. Like, that's why people probably jumped on this game when it was on PS Plus because like, oh, fantastic. Then I'm like, oh, actually, it's kind of annoying because you've lost a sale there as well, and you're an independent studio. And again, it goes back to your conversation, Adam, about Bandcamp. You get the full incentive if you buy from Bandcamp, but if you buy from like a PS Plus equivalent, i.e. Spotify, you get absolutely jack all. So,
and that's the thing. Abby can also speak on this because Abby is also a musician of sorts. But yeah, you put your stuff on Bandcamp, but I also put it on Spotify to my detriment, and probably to the games industry detriment too. You put it on Game Pass, you put it on PS Plus. I still put my music up on Spotify and all that. Whether I agree with Daniel Ek or not, Daniel Yuck, am I right? But at the same time, right? At the same time, that's where people are, and it's going to be pennies of my music versus 0 pennies because no one's going to buy on Bandcamp because you know what I mean? Like, probably the same way with indie games. Like, you can either get some revenue from Game Pass and PS Plus, or you can get no revenue because you're so small. I saw Life is 2D in the chat talk about the plushies for Koira. They didn't even make the 200 for that. So,
like, on top of that, why don't you just do one Lost Records with Moth Girl instead?
Yeah,
well,
so
like,
cute.
But that's the thing, though. Like, if Koira, I guess yes. Like, to your point, like, the Moth Girl would have made those sales, right? But to the point that, like, not everybody's buying like extra things, not everybody's buying the deluxe packages. I would even say that, like, if they had a deluxe edition, like, how many people bought the vinyl, which I'm hoping mine
sold out.
Yeah, it's not sold out.
No.
Yeah,
not
that's
on Katana at least.
which I'm hoping, praying that Kid Katana said that they're going to ship it over to North Carolina, but it still says shipping to North Dakota. Please don't. So, Kid Katana, if you're listening, please send it to North Carolina. But yeah, no, it's just with the deluxe editions of vinyls or plushies or anything like this. I would even say 10 years ago, what was it now, 2015, we were all buying like the random stuff that was coming with different games. Now you can't even buy the random stuff in grocery stores, right? Like, when's the last time you went to a grocery store and like, oh, I want to buy this the curry that I want? But then you have to like think in your head, like, do I really need the curry? Do you not need the curry? Answer is always yes, you need the curry. Point stands that like the extra stuff, even in your grocery store, you have to think about, right? Where nowadays with the economy the way it is, you have to like think about every single thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I also wonder why you bought curry up as well.
Yeah. No, I got my curry blocks done. I gotta buy more. I went through all my curry blocks, dude. So I gotta buy more. But
also, why are you dressed up like Johnny Galvatron meets Corey?
I am Johnny Galvatron. My new name will now be Johnny Falcatron. Because Johnny Falcon. Ooh, Johnny Falcon. Okay. So point beyond Johnny Falcon. Okay. Caw. But that's the problem is that like with me in restaurants, Abby, you said you work in healthcare, right?
Health tech.
Yes, health tech. Adnan, you know,
do my thing.
Yeah.
Like, would you agree, Abby, to that point?
That people don't have expendable revenue anymore, or not revenue, income.
Yeah, like how's it hitting like that side of the industry?
I mean, that side of my job, like that is why I still do that, and I'm not a voice actor and musician full time because otherwise there would be no income for me.
Yeah.
But like the little game I'm in coming up on Steam, that's free. So there is no revenue from that game. So that just shows the state of things for indie developers right now. Much less people who are making their full-time living off of indie game development.
By the way, you can apply this to actors as well, even the video game actors, because they are definitely working God knows how many gigs as well whilst doing this.
Yeah.
Kylie Brown, like she's doing personal fitness rather than acting. Yeah.
It's just what pays the bills. I mean, she's like, last time I spoke to her, she's like, live in the gym. I was like, yeah, to make the money as well and live in California.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just run through a couple of these comments as well quickly because we are backlogged on here. So let me just quickly do this boulder where it says, I don't think the marketing of Banishers was great, to be honest. No trailer started with the game from the creators of Vampire. I'm sure nobody from the Banishers and Vampire share the same universe. Yeah, that was poorly marketed.
That also, Vampire was also like a niche like game. It wasn't like a landmark mainstream game. Like very different pockets of RPG lovers loved Vampire, and even to this day, like I don't know anybody who's like simping for Vampire. You know what I mean? With my little lobster claws that I'm doing.
It's niche, but it's vampires, so it's got a wider appeal with it.
Well, it was widely interesting back in whatever, like 2015 or whenever it came out.
Yeah, back in 10 years ago with oh my God, was it 10 years already? Or no, I don't know anymore.
It was 2016, Adnan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You?
No, I'm asking you. When was it?
Oh, it's 2018.
2018. Okay, I was still in the Vampire era.
Switch on 2019.
No, that's the thing. It's like from the creators of Vampire isn't as big of a marketing push as Don't Nod wants it to think. But at the same time, for Banishers, it came out in such a flooded time that it itself delayed so that it could get out of the way of other bigger titles. And then when it finally launched in February of 2024, right? 2024, that like it was still kind of flooded in that month too. So we're also like our economy is dampered. We don't have enough income to like buy all these games, and on top of that, there's too many games to buy. So
Yeah.
like there's too many things catching your attention, that being TikTok, that being Blue Sky now, because that's catching my attention. There's so many things that are like catching people's attention outside of video games, you know, that's it kind of sucks for games industry in general.
Yeah.
You have everything there, don't you? It's just
Mhm.
constant. It's like you lose that thing, which is where we become old, the three of us. You lose that thing where you went with your parent or parents, or if your parents were just horrible people, you went on your own, swan style to a Blockbuster,
Mhm.
and you put your hand out and you pick something up and took it
Yes.
off the shelf. Because I remember being a kid in the back seat of my mum and dad's car, and we had no money at all, but having a PlayStation 1 game and then reading through the manual booklet and
Mm.
being really amazed by it and having some kind of and having feel about the game. And that's lost because you still need contact with your game,
Yeah.
you need contact with your products, and you need choice. So the other thing happens again with like YouTube or all algorithms. If you're not picking something yourself, then it becomes more difficult. So it's like with me, when you say to me, play Oxenfree, I'm like, yeah, I'll play it because it's a recommendation and it's not being fed by something else. And
Yeah.
the same with you, Abby, when you said you would play this bed we made, it's like, it's because you're getting recommended by someone else who actually played this and you're not getting it forced down your throat. So it's the same with like Lost Records. They could have done that where they got more people to play it like that. It's like, you know, here's the game, try out, and you know, it has a word of mouth thing, but it just didn't really have that afterwards. They didn't really kill it in that sense, which
Yeah.
is a bit of a shame.
What sucks on that is that we're having less brick and mortar stores. Like going back to music, Abby, I'm sure you remember going to like FYE or even Coconuts, and you could scan the CD and like put it on the headphones and like sample it. Like you could go through and just like tinker through the CDs. You could like sample, like you were there, you saw it. Whereas now with the digital storefront, there's less tactile looking through. There's just kind of like scrolling at this point. There's no excitement to like pick something up, like you were saying, Adnan. There's no excitement to that or sampling. Like it's a different time we're living in, and it's an awful time period that we're living in. By the way, you know, we're still in Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. As for the time being. Yeah, speaking about terrible times we're in, just need to remind everybody, happy Pride, everybody. I know, recognize, screw those who are trying to take that away, but you know, that's not for me to say here nor there, but I'm on a live, so I'm going to say it. But
it's talking about Pride as well. It's saying here as well. I'm just going to jump down the chat as well. You had Life Studio saying the docs, lol, Autodart saying once you're aware that the tie-in, it's impossible to not notice how many scenes open with the shots of Max's boots. Life is 2D. The Doc Martens didn't help the game. Winky face. But oh god. For the first thing I noticed, why do you show Max's boots off? And then KJL, I like the boots in the game. They didn't fucking make them different. Like, customize them.
That's the thing though. Like, I'm sure that Square was losing so much money that they had to take sponsorships from Doc Martens. They had to take sponsorship from Polaroid. They had to. It's like, our game's gonna fail. Quick, pull out the docs, everybody.
I would have done one. The Rice's podcast would have promoted StrangeCast. It would have been like the circle is all complete there as well. Like she's like, StrangeCast out instead.
Oh, I would have sent Square $5 for me to, you know, appear onto Life is Strange. You're strapped for cash, Square. Apparently, take my $5.
Can we all agree to like do the one episode when it's the 1 year anniversary together? Because I feel like we need to talk about that game.
Yeah, my opinions have changed.
Yeah,
October.
Oh god, yeah. Spooky season too. Yeah,
it was a spooky surprise, wasn't it?
It was a spooky surprise.
So I'm just going to go up to the raw recent ones because there's a lot of messages here. So I'm just going to go through it for them. So we have Sergio. I just finished the game. I love it. Lost Records, which amazing. Thank you very much for playing that. SGS 36 10-year anniversary of Obgafell.
Oh yeah, same-sex marriage.
Oh yes. 10 years.
She's holding herself.
Oh my god. That's right. It has been 10 years.
Now I can get married.
Yeah. That's right. You know, you know where I was when that passed on a federal level? I was on a Bible college trip, and I was in a bus full of students in Israel, and then just so many shouted, "Everybody, they're allowing gay marriage, and they just start yelling and screaming. I'm just like, who cares? Like,
I have so
honestly,
many questions. Aren't you Jewish, first of all?
from my chest hair, yes, yeah.
But like
This
also
is
from your brain.
from my
Or not from
brain.
your brain, like from your like you are Jewish, right? I don't know. You always told me you were a youth pastor, and I was like, how
Yes.
does that work?
So, a fun side story on that. Like, I come from a Jewish background, Hungarian Jewish, and when I was a youth pastor, I would get in trouble in the church for introducing Purim. We should do a Purim party. Like, well, that's not biblical. In what way is Purim not biblical? It's literally based on Esther, who was in the Bible. So, do you want to do the Old Testament or just completely forget about it because Jewishness is not biblical? Apparently, no. I got in constant trouble in churches for celebrating Hanukkah, Purim, like trying to tell these kids about, hey, back in the nice book, they did this, and it was a lot more fun than Christmas. So let's
Nice.
put it that way.
Well, don't celebrate Hanukkah in church, kids.
Yeah, apparently not. No, like it's not
No.
biblical. That was honestly all their takes. Like it's not biblical. How? Jesus did it. What are you talking about? But that's beyond the point that we're making. To answer your question, yes, I have chest hair. And yes, I was a youth pastor. And yes, you make comments about my chest hair in the comments. You're more than welcome to. Adnan will love to look through them.
Yes, I'm a big fan of them. I'm just going to move away from the comments in a minute and put it back on Lost Records because I was the stream as well. Because basically, there's 16 roles that are getting nixed from Don't Nod Montreal as part of this like layoff. That's what the STAGP is claiming. So it's 16 roles, and 7 positions are temporary suspensions, and then 9 are guaranteed layoffs. And the suspension, I think I found one person who said they've been suspended for about 6 months. But again, it's like, oh, if the climate improves, then we'll come back. But like, Don't Nod Montreal's meant to be about 50 people. The studio's meant to build up to that when they introduced it, and they've just lost 16 people. And it's like they have no cinematic artists there now. And it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like, where are we going from here?
No, it's exactly it. Like again, I just left my job because their sales were super tanking. And it's just like they gave me the same kind of response of like saying like, well, if sales improve in the next, couple months, and I just don't see that happening,
Yeah.
So it's just like it's everywhere right now. Like you would think about like, oh, we're financially set for the next year, but because inflation is such it's rising at a rate we've never seen before in our lifetime anyway. I can't speak on past my lifetime because I wasn't born. But like in our lifetime, we haven't seen inflation rise this rapidly, this quickly. So they back at 6 months ago, Don't Nod Montreal's like we're doing great. Cost of living is fine. But 6 months then, things start to change, sales start to drop, people can't buy their games. It's just again like you can't really guarantee anything anymore. It sucks.
No, you can't. And it's like I don't know where they go from here because like that 2 questions for the 2 of you then as well, because that M2 game is in production, it's in the pipeline. It's not actively in production, but it's in there. Do you still think it's going to be a Lost Records game? And then secondly as well, do you think they go down the publishing route with it?
Abby, you want to go first?
Yes, I think it's going to be a Lost Records game because if you think about the 6-month timeline, they can hopefully bring those folks back, and that would align, I think, with like pre-production. Do I think they're going to find a publisher for it? Do you mean like and not self-publish?
Yeah, so it doesn't go self-publishing, it gets sold.
I mean, that's a risk for the story, depending on what story they want to tell.
Because at least for me, and between this, I'll come to your question, Adam, as well. For me, if I was them as well, with Oski Gorbad and them, I would literally reformat the entire company from top to bottom. So I would nix all the self-publishing projects that they're doing with external developers. Obviously, get these final ones done, get Koira done, get Talima's game done. Get Tiny Ball's game done with Lawson Guild, get them done. restructure, have your 3 teams, if not even make them 2 teams if you have to, and go from there. Because I remember there was a StrangeCast clip when we were talking, Adam, about lost records and sales, and I think it was about layoffs. And I think you even said, like, I think at the same time we both said, if this doesn't happen, it leads to layoffs. And with these layoffs, Don't Nod will go just below 300 people, I think, at this point. And even in a more extreme way, I wouldn't, if you said to me, would you be surprised it came down to 200? I wouldn't, because the climate is so rough and their games are so niche. And even with Aphelion, I'm still sitting there thinking, is this still strong enough to appeal to a wider demographic? And I just don't think it is at the minute. And it might even be that devil in the detail where you have to sell it to a publisher, Lost Records, and even take that bullet bite. Because it's like, ultimately, if that happens, you don't take the big hit from it, do you? Because it's the publisher that takes it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it's with Don't Nod, like with Life is Strange 2, it was never a worry because
Yeah,
took the hit.
When Don't Nod became self-publishing, it was really one of those moments that, like, anytime you make a big gamble in life, and we're all old enough to make big gambles in our life, and sometimes it's a very smart decision and we thrive from it. Other decisions, it was wrong place, wrong time, like maybe not the time right now. But and I think Don't Nod becoming a self-publisher was the correct idea. It really was. Like, for them to be self-published for the ideas of games that they have and the ideas of games that they want to fund. That was the correct idea 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Doing it now, because when did they become a self-publisher? 2022, 23?
20.
It was
20
pretty.
Twin Mirror.
That was well, like, yeah, that was technically self-published, but like, when did they like become like all around self-publishing? Like,
I would probably say 2021 onwards then, because that's when the pipeline of games started to come out. Harmony,
that's true.
Tucson, all that other stuff.
So they got the idea, and even Twin Mirror didn't really sell too well, you know.
And it was meant to be Bandai Namco first. They got the publisher thing after that. It was meant to be them publishing it. It then went to Don't on its own. So it's like, hang on a minute.
That's what I mean. I think it was the correct idea, and I think Twin Mirror was more of just like, we'll try it out. Maybe this one was a flop, and I think they had the right call. But because they're going in such a volatile economy, which is also why I say, going back to restaurants, I'm very good at restaurants. I know I can run my own restaurant. However, if you're to open a restaurant in the year of our Lord Cthulhu 2025, you are insane. You're a psychopath. Like, it's just not. You don't open a restaurant right now. Food costs are way too high. Trying to get good help is near impossible. If you do find good help, like your boy, they cost really a good amount of pay, which your boy is worth a lot of pay. My point in saying this is that with Don't Nod becoming a self-publisher, it was the correct move. However, in the time that we're in, you have to be a madman to become your own self-publisher. Pre-pandemic, I think they could have done it. 2018, I think they could have done it. And it's not their fault. I just think that, like, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. And I'll say this much. Wrong games, even though hey, if you're watching live stream, I banked on Reverie. I banked on Banishers. I banked on Jusan. Like, I love these guys. I will defend it. I will 10 toes down defend these games. It's the wrong games to come out with. I think they could have came out strong with Lost Records, came out strong with Aphelion, came out strong with, like, Banishers, instead of niche games like Harmony, niche games like Koira, and niche games like these or Gerda, right? These are the right games to publish, to show that, like, you have faith in indie devs.
Yeah.
But to start with that, like, that's it. I feel like it was a little backwards, in my opinion.
So just quickly without Luke Ty for Studios, he's asking about Twin Mirror. Bandai Namco was meant to publish it. They pulled out of it, but then they still stayed on board of the project because they distributed the game. I think it's the console versions they distribute. So it's something along those lines. That's why they still involve it. But it's technically classed as a Don't Nod co-developed game. Plus, they are handling the distribution of it. And everything you're saying as well. I literally said it to Abby before, because I was saying, like, for example, if you're a studio that's making big R&D, Juice On is a game you greenlit when you have a bit of extra cash and you have a brand identity and people who will play it. So you've already built like, do you imagine if, for example, Kojima was like, yeah, I'm going to make a game like Juice On, and people like, it's going to sell because he already has a massive fan base as it is. And it's like people know that Death Stranding is going to come out, or Metal Gear, whatever else it is, Death Stranding. But if he made some like niche little game, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to eat that up.
Well, he
it's
did.
Like, he's got...
it's called Death Stranding. It's a niche little game. Like tell me this, and get off your little fanboy Kojima crap. But like if I told you the exact plot of Death Stranding, however, it's being made and published by Don't Nod, would it sell? But because it was Kojima, and I remember I went on Maddie's podcast, I went on the Ham Radio podcast when that thing was being published, launched, and they were just like, I remember ACG, Angry Centaur Gaming, was like laughing at me. He's like, oh, I'm not into artsy fartsy kind of games. And I'm like, well, listen, this is Kojima Unleashed. This is Kojima like actually taking off the reins and taking it on his own, right? And I want him over for that, but like at first it's like, oh, it's some artsy fartsy game, but because it's Kojima, that sells.
But he also did the right thing because everything he did was based on film ideas because it's a Hideo Kojima game. And also as well, when you go and watch a film, which is like a Kubrick film, you go and watch it because Stanley Kubrick's made it, not what the cinematographer has done from it.
Yeah, talk about like a niche filmmaker too. You're talking about Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah,
the one that's
makes all the time.
The one guy that Stephen King hated. Stephen King said like, oh no, he did not.
But Stephen King needs to be put in his place as well. Like, come on, Stephen. Like,
Stephen King all the time.
I don't defend him. I think he was okay with some of his works. Some of them are very questionable. Like,
Abby, help me.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go into the comments here.
Just avoid the subject.
Pop out.
So I'm just gonna pull up some random ones here as well. Happy Pride Month to all from Life is 2D.
Yes.
Thank you. Tell me why. Play the game from Bordeaux, which I agree with. It's a great game.
Let's go.
I think you picked that up, didn't you, Abby?
What?
You picked up Tell Me Why, haven't you?
Tell me why.
Yeah. Are you still alive?
I kind of. No, your audio is stuttering. But yes, I did pick it up, and I have not.
Okay, perfect. Yes, you picked it up. Amazing. That's the one. Where else? We've got some comments in here. But I don't think Life is Strange would have had the same success if it was released. Yeah, not a chance. Wait till that TV show comes out. Dimitri M. Johnson, you'll be worshipping him here. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Adam's going to be here smashing on Mila Jovovich's Nepo baby. It's going to be like comments everywhere. That's what's going to happen. Like, oh god, that TV show is going to be something else. Like, can't wait for it. Let's do a live stream with it all together. It's going to be amazing.
Great. If it ever comes out, yeah.
Yeah, if it comes, yeah. Dog Party as well, exclusive triple threat stream. That is true. This is the first of its kind. Yeah, I think there's a lot of comments here which I'm trying to pick out on here.
Any one of them about my shoulders, my boulder shoulders.
No one's actually saying anything about you at the minute.
Well then, that's
KJL.
Cat.
KJL Kevin said cat love. Because saw Abby's cat before.
Oh, what?
Was coming in to destroy things.
Come on.
Yeah, I just don't know at the moment. Boulder put that as well. And the management don't know it, unfortunately, is very bad, and the CEO seems a bit out of touch. It's a bit
I don't think, and I will say this, because people that don't not watch this show, and I'm sure they'll like make their way over to this live stream. I am not trying to say that necessarily they're out of touch. Once again, I think this was just wrong place, wrong time. Like this wasn't like a thing. Again, going back to restaurants, I might have the best restaurant idea in the world, but if I open that in 2025, the chances of it surviving 5 years, 3 years, it's slim just from the year that we're in, right?
Yeah.
But to the point, I think they're out of touch in a way of just like, I think they were just a little too late. I think they were. It's same thing with stonks. And Adnan, you know all about stonks. You buy at the wrong time, you're gonna pay for that. You know, you really are. If you caught on to like a really good sale, let's say with oil, when oil was like on the stocks of like what, $1 per stock. What was that, like 2008, 2000, like all that. You bought that at the right time. Ooh, you're sitting pretty. You're sitting nice. But if you bought it the wrong time and it starts to tank, that's what I mean. I don't think they were out of touch. I just think they just came in and they bought stock and publishing in the wrong time.
Yeah, no, they went IPO at the wrong time because they went in 2018 after Life is Strange, around Life is Strange 2's release. They put all this money into their projects, loads of R&D investment into studios to create games, which then the industry changed massively because Telltale collapsed. And they were making Telltale-esque games. The audience grew up. They changed the format and the styles all changed. And then that's all that happened. So it's not necessarily that the management is bad, because I know Oscar Gilbert, at least to a certain extent. I don't think he's out of touch with it. I think he's very in touch with the realities, because if he was an out of touch CEO, he wouldn't be pivoting as radical as he is. Even if you don't like the job cuts and stuff, they pivoted last year massively. And that's the starting point of it.
2 games,
Yeah.
We don't even know what those games are. We don't even know for sure if it was the Tiny Bowl game, if they froze it or not.
No, they froze 2 games in production, but they were Don't Nod made games. Tiny Balls has got thingy over there. Tiny Balls is Lonesome Guild.
Yes, and that's what I mean though. Like they already paused 2 titles. He's doing the best he can in the situation that he's in, unlike other French studios that don't know what they're doing. Ubisoft. Oh shoot, sorry, I have a little cough right there. Where like Ubisoft also, like let's put that out there. Ubisoft is pivoting in a way that's like pivoting in a way that I think it's still 2007. They're putting out like the Japanese Assassin's Creed, thinking that's going to save their butts, but it's really not. You're 10 years too late on that one.
10 years too late, and then it's the same effect as the Witcher 3/Fallout 4 thing, where Bethesda lost its crown of like making great RPG games. And it's like, yeah, you've now become dated because someone else has perfected that model or refined it a bit more. And that's what's happened here with like Life Lost Records, because it has all the potential, it has all the makings for like a really great thing. It just lacks that extra about it. I was saying to Abby, it needed those extra scenes in the first hit where it's like Corey comes up and does a confrontation with you, and he like makes it a bit more kind of like, I know Swan's not like an introvert, but like, he chases after on the bike and she's running through the forest. It's like that extra thing that accelerates the game a bit more. That's what's going to be needed. And I think Michelle will learn a lesson, because Kojima's done the same thing right now. I know that Death Stranding is still a slow pace at the beginning, but they have already said that in the reviews that Sony has welcomed the fact that it's more action oriented and people have gone a bit more.
How much would Lost Records sell if okay? Now you two can answer, but Kojima just comes in, Don't Nod. This is the commercial. It's just a commercial. Kojima just walks in, 2 thumbs up, and just walks out. Would it sell better?
Yeah.
Just a commercial of just him walking into the studio, 2 thummies, and passes on.
It would feel staged. It would feel like AI.
So it basically be him going on the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley saying like, "This is my best friend." It's like, don't you think this friendship is a little staged? Jeffy boy. That's the thing. It's like I think the Game Awards exist because like he's friends with Kojima, right? It's like quote unquote.
We also have 2 things here that I need to bring up as well. So we have Affer9 who said hello Abby with 2 hearts.
Hello.
Yeah, she's still alive. Don't worry, we keep her alive in a minute. And then we have Kevin Kestis who said, "Hey Adnan, your co-host brought up FYE store, but what's Cocoa Nuts?"
What's coconuts? What's coconut? Who said this? Huh?
Kevin Kestis.
Kevin Kestis. So a different Kevin. There's another Kevin that I had to like beef against.
Oh, who do you think wins in a fight out of the 2 Kevins? KJL Kevin or Kevin Kestis?
So far, KJL, because KJL hasn't asked what Coconuts is. Coconuts was just another FYE, but better. You know why? Because his name was Coconuts. Okay, you go into the FYE for your entertainment. Boo-hoo! It's got the Mets colors. You know what Coconuts had? The name Coconuts. That's what it had. Okay, other Kevin, it's the inferior Kevin. So
if because I know we're coming up for a while, and I probably don't think we're going to be much longer. But guys, if you have got any questions, feel free to put them in, and we'll talk about them as topics. Because
But to
it's hard
seriously
to keep
answer Kevin's question, it was FYE. Like it was just it was coconuts with it was a CD store. That's what it was.
Oh, by the way, one of my favorite comments I saw is on like a Fireside episode, I think it was. And it was from like I think it was from Katana. I'm gonna say it was them, and they were like, "I have a lot more respect for Abby now that the fact that she thinks Lost Records is better than Double Exposure." I was like, "Thank you."
It's a cohesive story. It wasn't hard.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh my god. The fact that we had to eventually brought her down, don't we? She came back to reality.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, there was like one thing that I heard about Max being able to rewind in that one little part, the chase sequence, and I was like, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh god, that game.
Very
I had
trivial.
a conversation with enough people. And one person was like, "Yeah, the entire story is told in the third timeline in the Polaroid collectibles." It's like, name me one game where the entire story is told in the collectibles for a sequel of a game. Imagine trying to make Double Exposure 2. Yeah, you need to go back and play Double Exposure and go through the collectibles because that's how we tell a narrative story. Enough people that looked at that game thinking like that timeline, think, oh my god. Whenever I brought it up with someone, the eyes would be rolling. They'd be like, "What was that?"
Also, Don't Nod tried to develop a 2D multiplayer game. Is that true?
A 2D multiplayer. Do you know about that, Adam?
From Buldo.
Yes, with Don't Nod 11. The mysteries.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
You remember?
Yes,
it was on a StrangeCast episode where it's Don't Nod 11. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
You know what? Who brought that up actually? Was it Buldo? That could become a reality again in some variation because it might even be a mobile game because that was a very little detail. There was a very little hidden detail in the full year report that I read, where it's in French, and it said that we actually are looking for like mobile games and stuff like that. They Don't Nod is doing no different from any other studio in the industry right now. They are all trying to survive. Their budgets and the costs and everything else are ridiculous. Like I saw someone suggest like, try and draw a link with like the motion capture from like Deck 9 and the co-dev service, and like Don't Nod saying like Don't Nod would like, maybe work together with them on something like that. Like go and try and find out the price for the co-dev service. It's like, do you really think that Don't Nod is going to be able to pay for that? Like the cost and the R&D and stuff like that. It's like, it took Deck 9 long enough to put it up as it was anyway, the motion capture. You're not going to get that on a cheap for what it is. So it's like with that game though, with Don't Nod 11, I don't think you'll see Don't Nod 11 game in that kind of sense, but I think like if you saw a mobile game appear at some point, it would not surprise me. They need to pivot, and I think that it's going to be a brutal pivot because like with Don't Nod, the investment, the money that you've lost, the investors you've got, like Tencent owns a 40% stake in that business. It's mad how much of a stake it has. The way that that company is organized and the position it has. And I was saying to Abby before Adam as well, Don't Nod's not meant to be profitable to like 2029, 2030. And you're sitting there as an investor, and it's like, what are you giving back to your investors? And the pressure is going to become amplified. Time, like they're just going to turn it.
Even 2029 is a little bit. It's a little bit questionable because think about Spotify. Spotify hasn't been profitable since birth until last year. Last year, Spotify finally became profitable. And what did they do? They laid off employees. They laid off like half of their staff. So thanks, Daniel Yuck.
But he's doing what he has to, because like in itself, when you're in that example,
does he have to?
No. I mean, in the them to make something, because they're leveraging so much debt and they're trying to make a business out of it where they can make profit because they finally found a model for it. So when you're saying that, I'm not saying like I'm supporting it. It's more in the sense that Netflix did it in terms of getting a model now that is now making money and making like cash flow from that. And then a funny one as well. Yeah, and a funny one which I was watching, I didn't realize it's Reddit went IPO, I think, was it last year? And do you know how hard it is for Reddit to make? Reddit is one of the most viewed pages on the internet, and they do not make, and they are crippled with like debt and cash, and it's the advertisements. They can make it through memberships, but nowhere near enough. And they're trying to find their Spotify moment where they're trying to find
Discord, like Discord Nitro. They're trying to make something, So
another example, WhatsApp. Like Meta has owned that for years, and they're now trying to put adverts into it. But it's like that has not made any money. It's used by over like Meta's home hub of like apps, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp are used by over 3 billion people. It's almost half the world's population uses one of those apps every single day, and it's got such a massive appeal. I haven't been able to monetize it because there's no way. Snapchat, massively with the young folks, the young kids, like snapping away. It bombs
the
the
young
investment.
whippersnappers on the
Yes.
snip snaps.
Yeah, absolutely there. Dog Pie, as I said, am I remembering wrong, or did the Life is Strange account ignore Pride Month? So they've posted on TikTok a video, but they haven't.
You're
posted
not
anything on
wrong
Twitter.
that a lot of companies have, forgotten. Let's just say that they've forgotten. Yeah. There was a report out there that corporations were kind of nervous to put out there because you don't know who's going to be targeted. And it's like, oh, is that so? You're afraid to get targeted. I'm sure nobody who's celebrating this month is afraid of getting targeted at all, but target. Oh, you're gonna get targeted. Target.
To be honest, we came very close. We almost got rid of Abby. We almost hired Abigail with an E and a boy. We'll put like a little ribbon in his head.
Yeah,
we were thinking like maybe we need to pivot as well.
The
flavor of the month has changed.
Going to be offended by me because I'm so offensive.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Like, even the Life is Strange account forgetting it because, quote unquote, Square didn't want Life is Strange to be the gay game. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you think it is, Square?
Yeah, like, honestly,
the gay game.
Yeah, like,
I
honestly,
never imagine it being gay. Of course, it's like, what is?
Yeah,
my
God.
Yeah, that's just it's so weird to see that. We're up to that. SGS 36, even though Deck 9 kept their rainbow logo. Yes.
Well, Deck 9 is just like always a rainbow logo. Like, they don't count. That's just like that. It would be more shocking if they like just changed it to like a solid blue. It's just like, oh, happy Pride. We're going to change it to a solid color. Just
if I ran that company, I would just change his picture of Stefan Frost. Just stood there. He's great. I love Frost.
Just Stefan Frost.
What a man.
But a rainbow Stefan Frost.
There you go.
Yes.
Rainbow Tour. That would have sold the game.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Very
quickly. Was the attempt to go woke, go broke.
Oh dear God. Yeah, so some pretty crazy stuff. I'm just chuckling here. As I say, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in because then otherwise we will sign off very soon. But thank you for joining us because it's been amazing having you all here, and obviously Adam as well hijacking the stream as well because I did not expect that. I jumped out of my chair when that happened as well.
These shoulders are hijacking our stream. Okay, let's be real here. So far in this show, I've showed my thighs. I'm showing my shoulders. Like, just any way for you guys to sign up for the Patreon, I will do it. What else do you want me to show you?
There you go.
Oh my God.
So
what are
we have here by Life is 2D, and it says that's why I bought it up, Adam. The quote versus the account not posting it.
What's that? What was it?
They probably get this month wrong this time.
What happened?
What did she post?
I don't know.
Where is she?
What?
Where is she?
I don't know.
What did you do?
What did you do, Abby?
I didn't do anything.
Typing.
Oh no.
Oh, Adam, big one here.
Oh.
Big one, big comment. Absolute prodigy. Only Adams. Now that could save Don't Nod. That could be the funding model that saves Don't Nod at this point.
Yeah.
What's up, Josh? How you doing? I forgot your.
Just be that will be stonks at that point. Oscar Gobert with launching Only Adams.
Yes, only Adams. Only if it's just me running the company, me. Everybody would buy it. Absolutely. I own a mirror. I know what I look like.
They would feel compelled to if you own the company because they would want to keep their job.
I mean,
dog pot.
I've yelled at a few chefs here and there, so I know how to yell at people to make sure that they're doing things right. Yeah, no, it's okay. He knows me. I do know you, Josh. How you doing? Yeah, no, it is terrible. I don't like anybody getting laid off from their jobs. This is including when the Life is Strange team got only ads. KJL, I'm mad at you. But yeah, no. So like even when the Life is Strange team lost their jobs, as much as we didn't like enjoy Felice Kwan's role in the company, like all those, I don't like people getting laid off. Like that is the worst feeling in the entire world. What is happening? What did you find, Adnan?
No, speak for yourself, because Abby is a big fan of metaphors and Felice Kwan's writing, so I'm just going to say that there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
homophobic tornadoes.
A little homophobic tornado.
Wait, what
I love
happened?
it.
Oh, the homophobic. I thought this was like a metaphor. It's like, oh, she was just on Blue Sky, like a homophobic tornado. Yeah, that too. But yeah, no, like getting laid off is the worst feeling in the
Yeah.
world. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It sucks, dude. It really sucks. So like the fact that these the Don't Nod team, and we're all talking about like how like why is Don't Nod doing anything? Why aren't they pivoting? It just sucks that like people are getting laid off. Like for like in every industry, like again, restaurants, health tech, whatever Adnan does. I think he's a choo-choo train conductor or whatever he's doing out there. And yeah, you know, like everybody in England is just a choo-choo conductor. We all know that's the truth behind, you know, England, if you want to call it that. But what do you call you pharmacists again? Chemists.
Chemists.
There is no U in colors, by the way. Just want to put that out there. And it's pronounced aluminum. Aluminum.
You guys are weird. Well, I'm going to put this out there as well. Baldo says here, it's crazy that Lost Records did not have a lot of reviews. Did Kind of Funny podcast review Lost Records Tape 2? I'm pretty sure IGN didn't review Lost Records off the top of my head. And that is interesting as well, because I remember when Luc and Michelle went to GDC, and there's a photo of Michelle and Luc with Greg, and Greg wasn't. They didn't sit down and do a podcast with him.
Yeah, with Greg, with the Kind of Funny podcast, I was listening to that when Greg was trying to review Lost Records, but it came out during a time where like there was too many games, and like he said that I would love to do this, but I had to get this review out and this review and this review. And we all saw like on this show, like we all went over the February release dates, like the Monster Hunter, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, like all these games. And of course, hey Josh, you love you, Josh. But yeah, no, it's just he just couldn't get to it because of his job as a game reviewer. There was too many games to review that he just couldn't. More likely so, even so, and we struggle with this too. So I'm not afraid to say this because like everybody has put it out there. That's episode 2 or tape 2 of Lost Records. It wasn't pre-release. So everybody who's reviewing it had to get a day of, including Kind of Funny. So because everybody kind of forgot that the game had a tape 2 because it released even to reviewers day of, it just kind of like sped rolled, you know?
I think that was also to its detriment now. I think they should really pivot away from the story structure of the game in terms of releasing it separately. Like, you release it as a full game. This is where I think, for example, and people might not agree with me, where the Life is Strange formula went right way, release the game in a full way, put chapters in it, split it like that. Because when you do that as well, you can pre-order the game. Because the game is available to be pre-ordered, so you can actually put it on the storefront. People can pre-order access on the day. That 2-month gap, people weren't coming back to Lost Records. Some people, the casuals,
we're in a different climate. We're just in a different climate of how we consume media. In fact, Netflix has put out a statement that, not a statement, but like a study. I don't know what Netflix does. But yeah, like that Netflix says that people drop out of an episode within, I want to say 15 seconds. It was something ridiculous, like of the first episode. So if the first episode doesn't catch you within 15 seconds, you're on to the next one. And that's Netflix. Like, yeah, like, and that's in terms of like games, you know, like we have things like Game Pass and PS Plus. Abby, are you a PS Plus user at all? Xbox Game Pass?
No, I just played through Steam.
Okay. Yeah, so like Steam doesn't really have there. I don't think there's a Game Pass component to like PC other than PC Game Pass, which is also garbage. But with Game Pass and PS Plus, you can just like download a game and play it for like 2 seconds and be like, oh, that's not my thing. Move on to the next one. Or let's even talk about that with Steam. You wait for the Steam sales and they drop to like dirt cheap prices, right? At least you're buying it, but like you're only buying those games when they're like dirt cheap because you're expecting them to go dirt cheap. So
$5, $3.
And to add on to that as well, this is why Lost Records found it difficult, because even those bundles where it's like this bed we made an X game,
yes,
it's not enough to pull people in. It needed a What Remains in Edith Finch, and then you pull someone in because it's got a big hitter in there, and then you pull people in because of Lost Records being in there. But they couldn't get those deals arranged, so it's like that's where you put yourself more on the back foot, and it's like, you know, it catches up with you with that.
Yeah, so I want to say that SGS36 in the chat said IGN also gave DE a 9. Can we just remember that IGN sloppy, dude? A 9. A 9.
I think GameSpot gave that a 6, I think it was as well.
Yeah, a 6 I can
reviews was
believe. Like a 6 I can get behind a 6, or even a 7.
A 7.
Yeah. To give it a 9, I'm like,
no.
The only review you need to watch is StrangeCast review, which is 2 hours of unhingedness of a 2.5. Was it 2.5 stars?
Out my rant. I that was a 2-page scripted rant that I went on.
I'm pretty sure there's a moment where I say that as well, that they need to get John Stauder and Felice Kwan off this project, and it's like,
yeah, that
well, oh god, I'm like, that didn't. Yeah, I'm like, what? Well, I didn't say get rid of them. I just said get them off the project. That's it. So that's it. And when I said that comment as well, Felice's homophobic tornado protected her. It flew around her and prevented anything from happening. So yeah, it's like
SGS36 says that 6 was his rating or their rating. And yeah, I can defend a 6. If you gave DE a 6, I can get behind that for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I still find some of that. I've seen some like outrageous takes on DE at the minute. Like there are still elements within that game which worked, and obviously we did that interview back at Shah, who's great as well, like as a guy, but it's like the project just fell apart, and the stories people will hear one day, I imagine, is going to like blow people away. But yeah, not a good game. I just don't know how people are giving it. It's like when it's a pairing, I was like, how is that happening? Like the only person that really deserves credit for me is Tessa Rose Jackson. Anyone who was in the creative team and Web Pickers Guild. After that,
junkie.
But yeah, that's all that. So what else we got here? Okay, look at that. Kevin's back. The other Kevin 2.0. Kevin Kestis, I appreciate you answering my question, even though Adam has beef with me now. Lol. There you go.
I will always have beef with Kevin. Kevin Kestis, I appreciate it. Yeah, I have beef with you. You know why? Your name's Kevin, and that's why I have beef with you. Like anybody. Yeah. Here's the problem with that. My best man at my wedding, guess what his name was? You guessed it. My best man's name was Kevin. So
was it KJL Kevin that was there?
It was actually KJL Kevin. Yeah, he was my best man, and now I just just drag him through the dirt now. So yeah, fun fact. Yeah, it was not KJL Kevin, by the way.
This is like if Aisha Farrow was writing scripts here, like trauma linked to Kevin's. Like that's where I get it from here. I'm just having a quick look. Any more questions? And I think we're going to wrap up very soon. So please do put there. KJL, big up Tessa. I love Tessa Rose Jackson.
Great.
She was fantastic.
Absolutely. Like great score from Tessa. Like the fact that she used Freddie Mercury's piano and just lived to say another day. You know, that's crazy. So it just sucks that like all these great games are coming out, and it just sucks that like Don't Nod had a good vision. They still have a good vision to like really up people like Tiny Bull, companies like Tolima, right? Tolima did Koira, right? Yeah. So like they lift these indie devs up that would never see the light of day. So they still have a good vision. It's just a matter of when will it become profitable? When will profitable for all parties, for Don't Nod, for these indie game devs. It's just
but that's the big problem though, because it's like when we did the reports where it said like they have long-term sales expectations in the report, and it said like it's Koira, Lonesome Guild, and Lost Records. I'm like, really? Like you can't sell that to the investors. I mean, like the investors are reading that, but there's sales expectations for one of those games, and that's about it. It's like, you know, come on, man. Oh wait, Baldur's put here. Adnan did even show his Lost Records vinyl on webcam. What a shame.
Did he say Adnan? Yeah, Adnan did not even. You have it? You got yours?
Of course. I sent you a photo.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Is it holographic? No.
No.
Just nice and printed, and the
It would
inside's
be
amazing.
cool if it were though, very 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
So cool.
I really, really hope it's shipping to the right address for me.
It's so cool. Even the poster's cool inside as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the poster. I don't want to pull it out because it's like it takes forever to pull out.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see.
Here's the biggest question, Adnan. Did you or did you not get a vinyl player yet?
I have not got one yet, but I will buy one because I want to get the Death Stranding 2 vinyl as well. So I've seen that. It comes out in September. So I will be like on the beach listening to it on my vinyl and just be like done.
Turntables aren't that expensive anymore, and you can get digital ones.
Yeah.
They are not expensive. You are right, Abigail. That is the
just
one.
don't get a Crossley. Anything but a Crossley.
Jesus Christ. Try to pull this poster out. Come on. There we go.
Do it, Adnan. I'll rooting for you.
The
whole chat is watching you struggle.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. The vinyls are gorgeous though, like the actual designs of it. And here is the lovely Sam Bradley's artwork.
Yay.
Legend.
Friend of the show, cool. Sam Bradley.
Well, man, I would shake his hand 100%. I would spit at JJL Kevin, but I would shake Sam Bradley's hand. That's what I'd do.
Nothing but JJL hate around here.
And then obviously inside as well. And you got quotes there from Ruth Radley, Nora Kelly, Michelle Coe, and also Milk and Bone, which is really cool. So it is amazing. 100% worth every penny. It's one of those top tier ones. Really do. Because Katana slaps, man. They really do. They slap these finals when they do them.
The Jusant vinyl that I got, it was amazing, dude. Like the sound quality, on the vinyls are like really stellar. So I can't wait to like throw mine on my vinyl player that I have, unlike somebody who has vinyls and doesn't have a vinyl player. Shame. Very British.
I remember I was going to send you a vinyl at some point. I might just leave it here now. Just like this,
just to spite. Say, bloody hell, I'm sitting as my chemist.
I've already said to Chris as well. Chris runs Life is Strange fans. I'm always like, "What's your address, mate?" Because he owns the Life is Strange 1 vinyl. I'm like, "What's your address, Chris? Like, let me know." Me, Adam, and Abby come in a truck, like driving down. It's like, get that vinyl. He owns that vinyl. I'm so jealous. It's so amazing as well. I can't believe that was like limited edition promo. I shouldn't have been investing in Pokemon cards. I should have just been investing in Life is Strange vinyls to resell to people. That would have been that's the business there.
I would like to point out, by the way, that it is currently 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and right now the feel temperature is 105 degrees.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
it's really hot.
It's dumb hot. 105 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way, Adnan, for you little Celsius freak. 105. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I don't do math. 105 degrees.
Just come on here looking like Johnny Galvatron and like just like running the show.
You a Celsius freak?
40.5 Celsius. Is that hot? Is that hot, Adnan?
He was complaining about Fahrenheit.
Anything over 20 degrees here is hot. You do not know it. You'd burn alive.
Wait, like what? How do you read your temperature in winter? Like, what's the temperature in winter? If like
it's 40 cold if we don't go outside.
Yeah, but like, what is that in Celsius? Like, what's the temperature usually in winter?
It's like below like 10s usually.
Yeah, negative 10.
It does very rarely goes into negatives. Like when it's like snowing, but it's usually like in the 0 to 10 range.
Work then? How does like
I don't know. You guys do weird things though.
We love our imperial systems. God, I love measuring in quarts and liters. It makes so much sense here. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are just weird. The only thing that America produced, which was great, was Steph Triverson, and after that, it's like it just regressed.
What about Adam?
Yeah. No, he hates.
I don't know. Well, he's Hungarian, so like he's not American. He's Hungarian.
Yeah, second generation born here in the States.
Wait, but you were born here in the States.
I was born here in the States. He just doesn't like
I was second generation born from Canada.
Exactly.
Canada.
So there we go. We solved the debate here. Oh, Canada. There we go.
Maple syrup lovers. Poutine. Who even enjoys poutine anymore?
Oh, poutine's good.
Yeah, it is good actually. Never mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Seems like other folks
Yeah.
are dealing with hot weather too.
Yeah, I could not do poutine right now. Like in a 105 degree. No, couldn't pay me enough.
Tim's cup weather.
Yeah, Adnan has never tasted poutine, by the way.
Yeah, because I live in the UK.
Yeah,
Like,
what's wrong with
also,
you?
it's not that actually. It's not that different from chips and gravy. It's just curds and gravy.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
No, Adnan, you put beans in your Chinese food over there, so you don't get it. But like, I've seen the pictures; they have beans. Why'd you put beans on it?
Right. Let's just be very clear here. Considering what you guys have,
Yes.
never ever question the food that we have here. I remember being in Texas, ordering my breakfast. I was like, I'll have an eggs Benedict. I was like, this is amazing.
Texas doesn't count as a state. Texas is their own brand.
It arrives, and I'm like, okay, this is amazing. And there's a massive side plate of hash on it. I'm like, what is that doing here? Who puts hash with an eggs Benedict? It's like half the plate. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
I almost died. I almost died leaving the AT&T Stadium. I was like, I had a Coke that was this big, like this.
Yeah.
Why does I get a large Coke? And she comes over like this, and I'm like, does it look like I want diabetes? And she like starts laughing, and I'm like, that's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's like, do I want diabetes here? Like from
and there are people here that will not drink anything less than that. Like I when I was running a coffee shop, and I was like, oh, we can like have a small. Like I don't drink anything less than a large. I'm like, okay. I didn't know we're just like trying to compensate for a little something there. Large it is, I guess. So yeah, a lot of people will fight to the death to get a large drink out here. It's stupid.
For sure. And also as well, because we're almost going to 2 hours and we've never done a fireside this episode this long.
No.
You have one final round, guys, watching. If you have any questions or topics we'd like to discuss before we sign off, because then we're done. But thank you for joining us. And if you are watching,
what body part would you like me to show on stream? Answer it in the comments down below.
Anything that does not explicitly ban us from it.
It won't explicitly. I'll blur it out live. Don't worry about it.
Feel free to ask any questions, commenters. You can also ask about Abby's love life if you want as well. There's a lot of good questions there to be thrown. Never a dull day. Never a dull day.
These boys hear too much.
Yeah.
It's fun. Honestly, guys, you could like if Netflix wasn't in the era where it's just like convoluted content, this would have been like prime TV. 10 years ago, Netflix would have she would have been the star. She would have had her own like Hall of Fame star. She's upset while she's doing it. She's like crying. I mean, Adam, like just put your hand down on the star. It's like, come on. It's like your life is just great drama here. It's like, there you go.
Oh, Josh is in the chat saying, Adam ready to alienate another country. Which country would you like me to alienate? Put it in.
We've already done the UK and Canada.
Canada. Any country, I'll alienate right now. Please put USA. Please put USA. I would love to alienate USA. Please, in the comments, let me alienate USA because we're not doing so hot as a country right now.
I think Austria.
Oh yeah, I will alienate. No, Arnold's from Austria, so no, I can't. Sorry, buddy. Not Arnold's country. Absolutely not. He's my real dad. By the way, yeah.
What's Kevin saying here? This was very fun. Maybe you should do the Patreon podcast also live. Well, the thing is though, the Patreon podcast we are going to record on the weekend. Abby, you're free to join if you'd like to as well for those, because we're just going to do Patreon questions. Every single topic is by him. He's bought every single topic.
Wait, really?
So far. Yeah, it's just him at the moment. There's like 7 people signed up to it. It's just him. He's put like 14 topics in there. Like, great. I'm like, is anyone else going to ask a question here? I'll put something in there. Obviously, greatly appreciate the support. Thank you very much. But it's just his podcast at the minute. He couldn't get on Rage Records anymore. Now he owns the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like fantastic. It's like that. But yeah, feel free to join if you want to, Abby, as well. It's just very like, it's Kevin's questions basically we're doing.
It's just Kevin.
It's the Kevin corner, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be backlogged on the other stuff, so we did the Don't Nod Montreal stuff today. It's like we'll catch up on it at some point in a future podcast episode. Life is Trudy. I don't think I've been in the same place as live Abby for years now, so that's been delightful.
You actually have, because I used to go on Days Twitch, like back in the day, like 2019, 2018.
Yes.
Well, like on the chat, but I didn't realize that Dog Party guy was Life is 2D. So until very recently.
Look who's in the chat. Look who's in the chat.
Oh,
Hey,
What's up,
there we
Luke?
go.
How you doing? What's up, buddy?
I'll watch this later, but wanted to say hi. Hello, Luke. Thank you for that. Please don't watch it back. Please don't watch it. Thank you, though. I hope you're doing well. I hope your team is doing well as well. We are thinking about your team as well. And it's nice for you to be here as well, so we appreciate it. And then
to entertain Luke, by the way, did you see the horror show that was Pete Hegseth's little press conference that he had a little meltdown in? Oh, it's a treat. It's a treat.
What?
What's
wrong with your country?
Dude, it was so bad that there was a Fox News host in the crowd. Fox News, okay?
Sorry, whilst Luke's here as well, we'll come on to that. Luke hasn't got his vinyl yet.
Oh my god. Wow.
Kid Katana is holding it like that. But I think Luke as well, if you're watching this, I believe Adam actually stole it. He was like, I don't like basis.
Especially en route to him right now.
Yeah. Anything
I don't like
that I can take from the hands of a French Canadian, I will take it right there and then. Like a lollipop from a kid, I will take it from a French Canadian any day of the week. But anyways, back to Pete Hegseth. There was a Fox News host in the crowd, and she asked a valid question, and he's like, her name was Jennifer. He's like, yeah, well, we were watching a thing, and let me tell you, Jennifer, you've been the worst. You've been like taunting Trump all day long. And Jennifer's like, the hell are you talking about? Like, this was a Fox News host. And Pete is just like, yeah, you're the worst. I'm like, obviously, he didn't really realize that she was from Fox News. Just saw that, oh, a woman in the crowd. I better attack her right there and then. So no, it's a treat and a half. If you find clips on like TikTok here and there, like I went through, it was a 42 minutes press conference, and I just like fast forward, just like random parts, all of it, just blabbering like a little toddler baby. I was like, oh my god, we're in the long haul here, but Adnan is safe with his chemist choo-choo train,
of course,
beans in his Chinese food kind of day.
I'm always safe, and chat, say hello to Luke because Luke's in the chat at the moment, so say hello. It's always nice to see him here. And also as well, thank you for the comments as well. I got Kevin here as well, Kevin Kessler, who said here as well, thank you for talking about the other Don't Nod games. I don't have anyone to talk about with them with. Feel like I've lived under a rock, found new information from you all. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you joined us. We are here supporting the Don't Nod vibe, and we always enjoy talking about Don't Nod, which is always good. I can't believe Luke still hasn't got his vinyl though, which is crazy.
Yeah, I have a question for Luke. Luke, we've been talking about which body part should I show live on chat? Please, Luke, tell me which body part, because I've shown my thighs, I've shown my shoulders. It's Luke's choice now. We're waiting.
Luke's
I just
Buffy.
said Buffy.
This Buffy is amazing.
He's amazing.
Well, he has never
body part.
That question.
He has never watched the X-Files though, and he's friends with Michelle, which blows my mind. That's like me being friends with Adam and not listening to music, or me being friends with you, Abby, and like not liking
lesbians.
Yeah. I needed something there. Thank you. Yeah. Or your cats, for example. There we go. Like it goes down to that.
It's not like you lesbians, it's more valid.
All that as well. That would be like a little twist in the words, wouldn't it? It'd be like that's something. Actually, do you know what as well, guys? Before we go those here as well, I saw a question here. I need to see. Here's a big one. Baldo said, "More questions, okay?" And the question is, and Abby loves this question: who killed Safi?
Does the writing team even know?
Not by the end of the game. Not a chance. So working that out, I will get back to an answer with you guys. It'll be on my gravestone. It'll be said there with the answer. You'll have to like wipe it away. It's gonna be here.
So Luke says my little toe, and I'm not sure how I can show that on stream without showing the other.
Just the little toe.
Just a little toe. You know what? This one I will back out from because I actually didn't clip my toenails today. So this is one of those days where I'm like, dang, it's not the right day to show my little toe. Well, I'll show my earlobe
here as well. If he's watching this as well, he could join this.
Can he?
The link is there. Yeah,
I
just use the
have.
link.
No, I have the power to join. I can just like get my way onto this pirate ship right here. So, by the way, earlobe. But my little toe, that little goblin little foot, stays underneath until I clip my toenails because I forgot to today. What a day! What a day!
Yeah, we talked a lot about wrong place, wrong time, and this is just kind of one of those things.
You know what sucked the most is like yesterday I went to my job interview for my new job, and this little shiner right here. Oh, guess what? It was a whitehead right before the interview, and I was like, "That's amazing." So it was just like so embarrassing. So I just tried to like talk like this, like, "Yeah, no, I love cooking. I love doing everything. This just don't look at my lip right now. God dang it!" So wrong place, wrong time. Gotta love it. Easy peasy. Right is not that hard. Yeah, it is.
If Luke's
hard.
still in the chat as well, who's your favorite Lost Records actor? Let us know. We won't tell us one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Causing some drama here. Who's your favorite?
Just go.
No, I'm glad that he's here. I'm glad that I've loved that game. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's been appreciated. And you're always welcome here as well.
Yes.
Save your place. Obviously, your prime guest, along with Johnny Galvatron. Well,
yes.
That's from the
my
time.
twin. Me, it will be me, Johnny, and Falcon all in one podcast.
And do you know what? If he's still here as well, and he's in the office or something, and Michelle can listen to this, Michelle Cohn needs to meet Adam. That is the meeting of the worlds that I want right now. That's going to be like, that'll be like Nora and Swan in a podcast meeting. That's what it's going to be like. It's just going to be like, and I can
He's
just
going to tell me to
Michelle's
chill the entire time. He'll be like, Adam, I can't. No, stop right now. I'm like, I can't. I have ADHD. This is just what I do. I just goof around and pay bills. That's all I do.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's put favorite
cat.
He's put favorite act. Oh, Luke has responded. Favorite actor. We'll tell on the podcast. I have to run. Really love your work. All. Hope to finally talk to you soon. I hope so as well. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't show you my little toe.
Our thoughts are with your friends at Don't Nod and also the people who have come and gone. And I hope you guys are all doing well because it's really important for that. So thank you. So yes, there's that. But yes, it'll be very exciting when he comes on here as well. That'll be something as well. We'll get some base slander sorted as well from Adam to see where things have gone there, where he's just dissed everything.
Well, with Michael Kolch.
Michael Kolch. That's going to be something. Michael Kolch. I have the questions here. This is why people need to come on our podcast and have conversations. I ask the good questions. I'll be like asking Michelle this question and that question and the boring questions you see on the other streams. Oh, Michelle, what's your favorite color? Gone. It's going to be good questions.
Michelle, is there a U in color?
He's left.
Just sometimes, Adam. Sometimes I just feel like going through the screen and just grabbing you like, I like doing that sometimes. Just sometimes I do that. Yeah. Bulldoze also put, I saw a cat.
Yeah, you saw two cats because they're being pets.
Oh, there we go. Look at that, Rock Clue. If Luke and Michelle appear on the podcast, I'm so there. You should be there anyway for the podcast. I don't like these comments.
I show my body parts all over the place, so you should be coming to the podcast anyway.
Actually, do you know what? Here's a question.
What? What's up?
If you could throw one person to the abyss, who would it be?
Oh, I throw myself. I hate myself.
Oh,
Jesus.
I would toss myself in right there and then.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I can think of someone in politics.
Oh, no, it's too easy. It's too easy. Who would you throw in?
Just to choose one though out of the administration.
I know that's the hard part.
Yeah.
It's like obviously you just take the big orange, like too easy of a question. Who would you throw?
But no, it can't be Trump. It has to be one person from the administration.
Oh, it's easy, but like politics is too easy as someone to throw in something. It's like every politician is just like a douche, isn't it? So like
no, not New York's new mayor or soon to be mayor.
Yes.
Yeah. So he won the primary.
Politics.
Oh, politics.
No, we can't be doing politics. Bloody hell, you're falling into the abyss. You need to grab someone. Who are you throwing in?
You probably.
Why me?
Because I just want to see what comes out of the abyss once I throw you in there. Will there be teams?
It's going to be the ethereal dance, which is going to flow up in the sky, and everyone's going to be watching. It's going to be like the second coming of Pride. There, it's like, it's like there we go.
I don't know, like anybody specifically I would throw in besides KJL Kevin. I'm gonna put in KJL Kevin. I'm gonna throw him in the abyss.
Abby.
Yeah.
Probably one of the women who recently ghosted me.
Jesus Christ.
Just see what happens.
One
There are
of
so many to choose from, though. So.
Nope.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for that.
That was
That's
one
what
of them
I'm saying,
calling like, "What'd you say about me? Come on now."
One of the women, see, guys, this is the thing. Like, we could literally be like influencer TikToks if we just use Abby's love life. Like,
Yeah, there's
stories,
no
like,
way.
in there.
There's no way. It's too identifying.
Yeah.
Do you know what the weird thing is though for me as well? The way your life is like mapped out for the last couple of months. It feels like when you're going to push the woman in, you probably like trip up and fall in yourself.
I would fall on myself, or we would both end up falling in, and then she'd have to talk to me.
Oh my God. You're just in a conversation as you like cling on to her, like, so now that we're down here, what's life like? What's your favorite color? Is there a you in color? What do you think?
It felt very Alyssa coded that. Like, hi Max. Going into the whole like,
No, this is the problem.
oh, God.
You want this is the problem. You're just like picturing yourself like, I could throw myself into an abyss with another woman. That could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Day keeps getting mentioned in the chat as well. I miss Day. Just go with Alyssa. That's the best character she played. I'll die on that hill. Don't care about it. Life is 2D. I'm gonna die on that hill. It's the best character Day played.
Thanks, man.
Oh, actually, whilst we're here as well, which actor do you really like from the Life is Strange series?
Oh, myself. I really love myself.
But you're not in Life is Strange.
Oh, I'm in Life is Strange for sure. Absolutely. I put myself into everything. I have a strong ego, but I also hate myself. So they're going after each other. Yeah. Abby, who's your favorite character? It's obviously me.
Yeah, you're definitely up there.
Yes. See, confirmation right there. I'm in Life is Strange.
Yep.
Actor.
Olivia Abiasi is great. Blue Allen is great. Obviously Hannah. Yeah, no, I think the acting is standout. They could have had me, but I sent in my audition too late.
Dang.
Yeah, Webb was like, nah. Yeah, I'm in that. Yeah, no, I think the actors are really quite different. There's like a lot of different flavor palettes there.
Yeah, I really do like Day's performance between all three characters that she does. You know, like I really like her range between the characters too. Yeah, that's all. And what's that?
She's Velma, isn't she?
And she's Velma. I don't think we've had Day on this podcast, have we?
No, she was planned to come on last year because we were arranging that.
Yes.
But then the SAG strikes were happening.
Yeah, I had her on Games and Groceries twice, but never once here.
She came on this podcast, but you weren't. She was on StrangeCast, but you weren't on there. It was me that recorded with her. I did the Life After Strange with her. She was meant to come on last year, but the SAG strikes happened, so that never actually came to fruition in the end. But no, she was an interesting one. No, some of the actors a lot of the actors are interesting. Some of the interviews I did with some of the actors, we would never think that they had that kind of like vibe and chemistry with it. Serena, Max's motion capture actor, was a very interesting one. Like very introverted, but didn't really come across that. Like you think like she'd be quite extroverted, but she was really introverted. Erica Mori, I love Erica Mori. She's a fantastic actor.
She's very mean to me though.
Well, that's deserved though.
That's
like,
God, delightful. So delightful.
She's mean to her own husband as well. He was like, I want to do a bit of Meisner acting. And she's like, no. It's like, God damn, you married him at the end of like, you know, come on, like
Erica's great too. Yeah, like absolutely great. I mean, it really sucks that we're not going to see like. Can we pretty much confirm that we're not really going to see Alex Chen in another game?
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless she's making like a little cameo in the next one.
Yeah,
I don't know why they just didn't go with Alex Chen forward. They had a foundation with True Colors there. They really did. And it's like KJL pointed last StrangeCast is like, have you seen your face at that moment when Adam says we were good at True Colors? I was like, yeah, I know that. I remember that. But I don't know why they just didn't go with Alex Chen. There was more story there to be told, and she was just a very good protagonist as well for the character and an actor.
Life is 2D. I didn't realize you were also on Games and Groceries fandom. I think I knew that actually. I'm pretty sure you came on like you were in the comments. Now I'm thinking back to it. Yeah. It's been so long since I've done a Games and Groceries episode that I can't remember like everything.
So, who cares about games and
I want
groceries?
Life is 2D on a podcast episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
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 That it will be nothing but Trump hate. Honestly, I don't know if anybody will want to watch that. Between me and him.
I think so. I would want to watch it.
Every time I put up the congressperson phone number over on Blue Sky, it's always Life is 2D. It's just retweeting the congresspeople phone number. Like, I don't know, just call your congressperson about anything. I don't know, just tell them something.
Life is 2D said that days where I met Abby. And still friendly.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, like back on the Twitch days.
Yes, on the Twitch days.
On the Twitch days.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Also, I'm gonna have to jump because it's close to 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot as well because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning and we're going for 2 hours and I need to edit this and re-put it back out for you guys as well. So there's
Yes, and I probably ruined your recording in some way somehow.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The administration qualities will get revoked because in itself as well, I can only sign one person up to it. So Abby has to get links, and this could be where you get taken off of it. So that's
darn. I'll find my way back.
No, but actually, we're really happy to have you because we actually wanted to do a trio one at some point or another, and it just has now manifested really well. And yeah, I think let's just wrap up here anyway. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining as well. It's been amazing, and also to interact with you as well. Maybe we will do more of these in the future. So if people do actually enjoy doing stuff like this, we'll sign off here. So this is the Fireside With A&A episode. If you are new here, please do consider dropping a like in the video, share your friends, subscribe, turn notifications. It helps support the channel, helps keep up to date with the channel. And also as well, Fireside With A&A is one of the podcasts we do. We do StrangeCast, we do Lost Records Journal, we do a lot of the others. And actually, before I go as well, because I completely forgot about this, we do have our Patreon support. So a big thank you to Kevin Lackner, Sundy, Clare McLoughlin, YellowFlash, Jake Churchill, Carly, and GordbabyMedia for signing up to the Patreon. It's really appreciated. You help keep the lights turned on. Stay tuned. Patreon episodes will be up next as well. They're literally Kevin's episodes. But if you have got any questions, please submit them as well. We are going to be recording on Sunday or Saturday, one of the days me and Adam are recording. It's Saturday.
Yeah, I'm recording with another podcast on Sunday night, so I'm popular. I don't know what to tell you. I show my little toe to a lot of people, and they want me on their show.
Well,
friends outside of me.
We talked about this. I have plenty of it. Here's the problem is that I'm an extrovert, but I don't like people. So I don't know how this happens.
Indeed. I'm an introvert and I still don't like people. And as well. It's forever haunted me that. But anyway, please do submit your questions. That'd be great. Please do get them in before Saturday because obviously Adam has to go and record another podcast because clearly our podcasts are inferior for him.
I mean, glad you said it, but yes.
But yeah, thank you for all joining us. Abby, obviously, great to have you here as well, co-hosting. And we are done. So stay tuned until next month. We'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye.